Next one. This one is not official yet, but we had to talk about it. It's a big story going around everywhere right now. UFC 281, it appears. Again, unconfirmed. This also could be happening at presumably 282 come December. But as of now, the date that seems to be getting pinned in, November 12th, UFC 281 at Madison Square Garden. We have our feature bout, hopefully. Hopefully they put 2 title fights on top of this. But a massive fight added to this card in the lightweight division. Dustin Poirier, we're still waiting for him to come back from his title fight loss to Charles Oliveira. And he'll do it just under a year later against Michael Chandler. I mean, if we could, honestly, this might even be better than getting Poirier Diaz. I haven't decided yet. But
right.
The fact that we can't get that, this feels like a great consolation. What do you think, Dom?
Yeah, 100%. When you look at the lay of the land, this is the fight to make with all the puzzle pieces and where they are, because we know that Nate is now matched up with Hamzat. Justin Gaethje's out with the nose surgery and injury. Chandler's available. Dustin's available. They had that little scuffle at International Fight Week. It all just kind of makes sense. My only gripe, and I have to bring it up here, and maybe it is probably just a timing thing because September is right around the corner now because we're in August. But I really wish this could have happened as the co-main event to Chimaev and Diaz. More so only because I get it. That's a huge main event. It's going to do a lot of buys. But the undercard isn't looking too good right now, guys. So I just think that would have been a perfect co-main. But what do I know? I'm just the guy that sits here with my face and talks into a microphone. But Poirier, Chandler in Madison Square Garden, 2 fan favorites in terms of their personalities, 2 fan favorites in terms of their fight style. What better place to put it than in MSG, where Chandler also had a fight last year against Justin Gaethje, and we know how that fight was. So it's a sick fight stylistically, rankings-wise, where they are in their career. Like, every little thing just seems to make sense, except for the timing. But again, who am I to complain about a super stacked card? Because like Noah said, it's probably going to have 2 title fights. The rest of the card's probably going to be really good. And now you're going to add this? I mean, come on, guys. That's insane. MSG cards are always nuts. This one could be really big this year.
I think it's fair to complain about UFC 279 right now. Where's the fight announcements for that? Because
there ain't none. There's one fight.
I'm not saying that this fight, like, I get, like you're saying, the timing. Like, they probably weren't, those 2 guys probably didn't want to fight in September. It's a very quick, it's upcoming. But okay, then who is? Because not to take away from this fight, because that's what we're really talking about, but UFC 279 a bit bare.
Yeah.
I mean, that main event, don't get me wrong, it's a big deal, but also, like, not our favorite fight in the world.
And by putting that there, it means no title fights. So,
yeah, it feels like the UFC's like, let's get Nate out of contract, let's give Hamzat busy, and let's just take the rest of the month off.
yeah. Right.
What is the co-main on that right now? Is it like some Aspen Ladd fucking Norma Dumont fight or something? Like, what's going on
You
there?
give me another minute of talking points and I'll find it for you.
No, this fight is fantastic. It's so weird, though, Dominic, because these feel like 2 of the most likable guys in our entire sport, Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler. They seem like the best dudes out there, but they fucking hate each other. It's like, I wish we could all be friends, but at the same time, I love that we're getting this fight. So, like, it's going to be awesome.
Well, when you look at that scuffle from International Fight Week, but it goes back so much further. Because when Michael was being brought into the UFC, Dustin felt like he was being treated as kind of the golden boy, this new kind of shiny toy that the UFC was going to experiment with, kind of felt disrespected. He got given the opportunity, obviously it didn't happen, but to weigh in and be an alternate for the title fight before obviously Dustin was able to get his title fight against Charles Oliveira. So there was just a lot of things that just like tension that was being built between the 2. They have mentioned each other's names in interviews and stuff, and then it all kind of accumulated together at that scuffle. I can only imagine what was said, and now we're hopefully going to see it all get fought out in the cage. By the way, just